What is going on, guys? We are back with another video. Today I'm Madden 22, and today we're doing an experiment that is clearly not an out of ideas midsummer Madden type experiment. A very important experiment that we need to know the answer to. But of course, I actually do want to know. This was mainly going to just be jumping, and then I was like, jumping's kind of just, I mean, like, who cares, really? But we're also going to do spec catch. I do mention those ratings all the time in rebuild. Like I said, I always say I don't know how much it matters, but you know, you see really big guys in game drafted like 6'5", they have like no spec catch, no jumping. It's like, okay. You also see so many slot receivers with pretty much like 79, 80 something jumping, like really low 80s. It's like, so does that matter or not? Because there are receivers that like they do really well in sim, yet there's others that don't, yet they're built similarly size-wise and their ratings are good. So it's like, what is the story? Like, is maybe jumping, maybe spec catch actually does matter? It's probably not going to matter, but I guess we'll go in, we'll take a look at the jumping just to see if, I suppose, if it actually matters. I wonder if you can actually jump high or not with Mike Evans. I went with Mike Evans and Godwin because I feel like they're more of a possession-y team. And, Mike Evans is obviously 6'5", good player. I figured if anyone is going to be the best jump ball team, it would technically be this team. So we'll see how that plays out. Not a bad yard line, actually. They get us the ball at the 46-yard line, which is, kind of primed. Oh, my God, we're not even going to have a chance. This is not... Okay, so, I mean, he didn't jump, but I don't know if that's really a good representation. I mean, we got destroyed instantly. Imagine if the league wasn't rigged and, like, they actually had to deal with the retiring of Ali Marpet instead of the Patriots handing over Shaq Mason for literally peanuts. Like, imagine it wasn't rigged. That would actually be kind of crazy. They'd be screwed. Didn't really jump, but he jumped. Like, did he actually come off the ground on that jump? Like, it was weird. Yeah, I mean, that's like a really small jump. It's still way more than 1 or 0 should be. Like, full fetish people, relax. Oh, that was kind of cool, the shot of the pirate ship. I think the best way to test a good jump ball, also, I don't know how the hell that wasn't a catch, but is to wait for them to get to the route and then... can we block? Please. Tom Brady's going to start throwing things again. I mean, barely. Come on. I mean, he jumped, but obviously he didn't come away with the ball. So you can still jump, but it definitely seems like jumping actually, like, literally matters. Of course, it is 0 jumping, so it's kind of hard to say that, like, nobody's gonna have 0 jumping. So what would the difference between, like, 80 and 90 jumping be? I'm not 100% sure, but you can see it definitely affects it. Taking another shot. Mike Evans is out there. He's got a chance to jump ball it. And yeah. Okay, so I don't know if that was spec catch or jumping coming in hand, but I've seen this kind of interaction many times in the game. And the receiver, the wide receiver, absolutely would be jumping here if not for the lack of catch or, spec catch and jumping. So it actually does matter physically in-game. I can tell you that. It's actually... Oh, you can't throw a corner fade when you're this close. Let's still just, like, act as if it's a corner fade. Okay, I guess not. Tom's just like, screw it. Once again, he did jump, but another mini jump. I think we do need to try and get to the end zone again, which I'm not sure we're going to be able to do. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I swear, base all Madden is tougher than sliders Madden. I think the sliders just suck in the game. Well, then again, we did just hit that throw to Russell Gage. Not that he's, like, a bad player, but he's not, like, that good. So I don't know what his route running is. I'm not going to cap. This is the sharpest slant route I've seen on Next Gen. Look at that thing. Like, holy. Might just be playing too much Nighthawks, in fairness. Every slant route in Nighthawks is going to be as dull as hell. All right, Brady. Oh, here we go. This is a good opportunity. Yeah, he doesn't jump. Okay, well, it's solved. Spec catch absolutely matters if you're trying to jump ball. Jumping absolutely matters in general. But of course, that is for the in-game aspect. As far as the rebuild or the sim non-playing aspect, that we'll have to find out in a moment. So 10-7. Let's take a look at the stats. Tom Brady, I mean, this could already be like literally decided, because ain't nobody caring. Ain't nobody care about their spec or their jumping. Literally the same the same playbook, and you do see, though, Mike Evans had a bad... So, I mean, maybe it's overall based, because obviously Mike Evans is obviously a more of a jump ball guy rather than a pure route runner. So his rating was affected the most by dropping his jumping and his spec. So maybe it's just overall, but we'll find out. I mean, if it's that drastic, it won't really matter, because overall or not, Godwin, Gage, Brait, all of them are still technically lower overall than the 99 jump, 99 spec catch team we're going to run shortly. Now, another thing to mention, though, was that Brady threw 26 interceptions, so maybe that also plays a factor with picks. Not 100% sure. Losing to the Giants, that's just the Brady in him. Just can't beat that team. Of course, we'll take a look at who wins the Super Bowl just for the hell of it. We haven't really done that many experiments this year to, like, really keep track of, who's won the most Super Bowls and all that. Not that anyone cares. And the Cowboys win. Now we have the 99 spec, 99 jump team, which obviously puts Mike Evans back at a 90+ overall, 93 overall to be exact, 99 spec, 99 jumping. Should see him go from the worst receiving numbers to at least in the top tier numbers, of course. I put him at the #1 slot spot, all that stuff, and everything's the exact same. The only thing is different is those two ratings. I do have to change the tight end as well, so if you're thinking, why would the overall be the same, whatever, yeah, that's, or low, I forgot to do that. And I was going to add Gronk back, because let's be honest, there's a high chance that he's actually not retired in real life, but you know what? It was already week 1, and Gronk was already signed by someone, so too lazy. It would actually be interesting to do this maybe for defense or something similar to defense, because a lot of the corners in the draft for defense as well, their jumping is bad. It's like 82, 83. Not sure how that plays a factor in sim or in user, because it seems like the AI is just moss everything. If there's a corner in range and you click on, it's like a moss every time for the corner to win. Obviously, that's something that's a huge change apparently in Madden 23. We'll see, obviously. Not too far away, but we're still, bits away. But the Buccaneers winning one extra game, but you can see already Tom Brady's numbers are significantly worse yards-wise and touchdowns, and it is just Tom Brady throwing a lot of picks in general. It was nothing to do with jumping or spec catch. More touchdowns, but less yards. A little bit less interceptions. Rushing was a little bit better, but not so significantly that, we can say that, it's the reason why. It was like 100 more yards, like 2 less touchdowns, a little bit better yards per carry. That's just randomized sim. But Mike Evans definitely affected big time. 1,500 yards, which compares to his 896 before. But is that overall based rather than jumping or spec catch based? I'm not 100% sure. But what I can tell you is route running typically is just the best to rock with, as Godwin has route running and jumping / spec catch, yet he had under 1,000 yards, so it could just be complete coincidence. The one thing I can definitely tell you for sure, though, it seems like as long as they're a decent overall, it doesn't matter what their spec or jumping is. So if you grab one of those bad jumping guys or one of those bad spec catch guys, it probably doesn't matter. Of course, 2 worse ranks in offense, with the defense, however, being 28th. So could that have played a factor? Maybe. But once again, I don't think jumping or spec catch, which they really should, especially for a team like this that obviously has their jump ball aspect more than most, plays a factor. Just doesn't seem like it does. Of course, going against the Niners, different than the Giants. The Giants are literally, once again, Brady's kryptonite. As far as Minnesota, ironically enough, as a Packers fan, and the Niners, as Rodgers. Of course, Dallas winning the Super Bowl all the time. This team, though, not that it really is some true say-all, tell-all situation, looks like it may win the Super Bowl. They do not. 31-13 loss, getting their revenge against the Buccaneers are the Chiefs. And yeah, I mean, take it how you will, but it seems like jumping and spec catch also doesn't matter in sim. It's another one of those things where it kind of feels like maybe it's just a generalized overall that bases their ratings rather than specific overalls that are huge. Obviously, if a wide receiver had 0 speed, 0 catching, they should be useless. But because maybe their overall would still be okay because of the other things being 99, they're not. But obviously that should literally be like, hey, they suck. But hey, another experiment done, another kind of exposure of EA, maybe. I don't know. But if you have any other experiments you'd like to see that are maybe more meaningful or not dumb, let me know in the comment section below. Once again, cornerback jumping / catching would be interesting. Maybe block shedding. I don't know if tackles for a loss are super great in the game for corners, but you know, those kind of ratings do kind of matter. I kind of think about that when I switch, you know, safeties to linebacker or corner to safety to corner. If, you know, they have too high a hit power, I'm like, that's kind of broken. It's kind of unfair, but how does that actually factor? Who knows? You know, so maybe those kind of experiments or some other, like, experiment, like what if you made every quarterback 99 speed or something, you know, something like that maybe. Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, we will be back with the Nighthawks video a little bit later today. And then Nighthawks tomorrow. A lot of Nighthawks, all right? That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for the next video. If you enjoyed, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, really appreciate your continued support, especially during the summer months. I know it's, you know, the Madden grind is kind of like, where's the new game? You know, the NFL season's still, you know, kind of on the cold stretch. You know, we hear more about their off-field stuff, which is very interesting at times than actual field stuff. But yeah, appreciate you. But until next video, see ya.